Hey, Coach, how you doing this afternoon?
Good. How are you, brother?
Doing well, man. Thanks so much for joining us again.
I appreciate you having me on. Sorry I'm a little late. I was on the phone working the recruiting lines, man, trying to get some players.
I bet, man. Can you talk about the recruiting class that just happened or no?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can speak on the guys that signed.
What did you think of the class? You filled the needs?
Yeah, I really like the group we got. We signed 15 high school kids. Really, kind of the normal number now is somewhere between 15 and 20 on high school each year to build your team. You got 85 scholarships, and we'll still build the program from a foundational standpoint on high school recruits and developing those guys. Like the group, feel really good about it. Probably at this point, we're in the high school recruiting world. We're looking more at quality than we are quantity. We want really good players that fit the long-term vision of the program, and like the guys we were able to add.
Anybody you think potentially can start right away in that group?
It's hard to know. You always look at a couple and think there might be one or two, and sometimes you get surprised that somebody totally different. It's always a challenge to really know. The mid-year guys always help themselves. Like we got a running back that we flipped from Duke, Javen Gordon, who it will be here mid-year, so that'll help give him a better chance to maybe learn the system and compete. Because if you get here early, you're at least able to go through spring practice and kind of learn the offense, defense, et cetera.
Tulane head football coach John Sumrall is with us for a few minutes. Coach, you said it best. You can sit there and complain, or you can adjust and go with the changes. NIL, transfer portal, all of that is part of college football now. You can complain about it or you can attack it. You've chosen to attack it. About 6 players already, a half dozen wave players entering the transfer portal, including your freshman phenom quarterback, Darian Mensah. It's sort of a catch-22. You like getting guys out of the portal. You hate losing guys in the portal.
Yeah, we're not going to hold anybody's feet to the fire on having to be here. Guys want to be here. We're excited about having them. If they don't want to be here, that's okay. And the grass isn't always greener. Like I've been in this long enough to know you see guys jump ship to go maybe take more money or something else somewhere, and a lot of times they get there and it ain't exactly everything they thought it was going to be. And so I'm not saying that won't be for any of our guys that are leaving, but we're not real worried about who's not here. All we worry about is who is here and who we're trying to get here. And if guys don't want to be here, but they feel like they need to go somewhere else, then we wish them well. No hard feelings. Not going to lose a whole lot of sleep over it. We got a lot of work to do to fix some holes, though. We got a lot of holes that we got to get addressed if we want to have any chance to be successful in 2025. That's for sure.
Same thing pretty much applies to coaches, including yourself. Purdue, West Virginia, North Carolina. You were all on like a media reported short list for those schools. Yesterday, some big news. You and Tulane announcing a contract extension. You'll be back at least next season.
Yeah, grateful for our administration for, really showing the commitment and wanting me to be here long term. For me, it's not so much about anything the university can do more for me. It's more about what can we do to provide our players and our staff, our assistant coaches and support staff with more resources to be happy here, successful here, comfortable here, to help everybody grow and develop. And so I'm glad to be here. I get asked a lot about the last 2 weeks. I kind of, gets a little old, but I say this all the time, I'd much rather people be speculating on where you should be a candidate for, because that means our team is doing well, and then trying to run me out. And so, but look, I'm very happy. My family loves it here. I love it here. I love the job I have. Love who I get to do it with. Love the players here. Just really, really grateful to be here at Tulane. Really grateful to be in New Orleans. And those things, they come up. I don't even really address them. I don't really spend much time thinking about them. I don't have very much contact with any of it, to be quite honest with you. But I worry about doing my job, and that stuff that comes up, I don't really even deal with it very often.
Hey, Coach, real quick, I know you got to run a couple more questions. What does the Tulane football program have going for it, in your opinion? What would you say it has going for it?
Well, I think we got a great culture. We've won the last 3 years now here, played in 3 straight conference championship games. I think the support here is, really improving each and every day. And I think we're constantly trying to find ways where we can evolve, and we got great players. The players that want to be here, man, that's something we got going for us for sure. We got a tremendous group of guys that are really happy here and really bring a lot to this team. And we got some things to improve upon, but there's a lot of positives going on too.
What does it lack, Coach? What needs to be improved upon?
Well, that list is, I got plenty of detailed things that I've already addressed, and some of them are coming, and some of them are in the works, and some of them we're probably a little ways off from getting done. But I think it's constantly trying to identify how can we provide our players with the most resources possible. And that can be rev share or NIL. That can be nutritional stuff. And some of that can be facilities. Like, I think too many people made a deal out of a tweet I had the other day about, I sent out a tweet about the Troy
facility. I was one of them making a big deal about it.
Well, and I really wasn't taking a shot at anybody. Like, honestly, here's what it was. I put a lot of sweat equity into that building. The AD at Troy, me and him texted that day, and he said, "Hey, we're going to put a brick on the building with your name on it." And because I worked incredibly hard to make sure that project got done in regards to design and fundraising. And so it really was a vision of mine to have that building. And for me to know that they're starting it in January, I'm very happy for them. Like, I really am. I still pull for them to have success. And so we need some facility things too. I know but really I'm more worried about like our weight room situation, our training room situation, than I am an indoor practice facility, And so there's some things like that I think need to be addressed just as equally. But, look, we got a lot of things going for us. We got plenty of things to improve upon. That's everybody. And, but we're hard at work at it. And the dialogue between me and the administration here about what I think we need to do to keep moving forward, it's very open. It's very transparent. Everybody here knows how I feel and what I think we need, or maybe some things we don't need. Some things I tell you all the time, we can have a great roster and work out of a trailer, and I can still field a pretty good team, and we have a bad roster and have the shiniest, flashiest building, and probably be hard to have a really good team. So now the truth lies somewhere in the middle. You need to have good players and good facilities both, but to help those players develop and give them the resources they need to be the best they can be. But I think we're on the right track. We got a long way to go to maybe reach the full potential that we want to reach, but we're working hard at it. And I can tell you right now, the staff, my coaching staff, man, they're unbelievable. They're up here. They're all here at 6 a.m. grinding. They're all here late at night working. They're watching recruits. They're watching Florida film. They're doing a lot to try to figure out how can we keep moving forward.
Hey, last question. Speaking of Florida, it doesn't stop, Coach. A week from Friday, the Gators, Tulane in Tampa.
Yeah, exciting opportunity against a household, brand name team in Florida. I'm looking for a backup quarterback for the game if you're interested. So our quarterback room's pretty thinned out. So if you got any eligibility left, you can come be the backup quarterback if you want it.
We'd have to run the option. I've got a bad rotator cuff, Coach.
We'll make sure we hand it off a lot for you then if you get in the game.
You got a good running back. That's all you need. I can hand it off.
That helps.
Yep. Hey, Coach, a pleasure, man. Thank you so much, and congratulations on the extension.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a great day.